Hi. If you spend any time out in this world, you will eventually run across some sort of religious nut job, where it be a guy on a street corner, somebody protesting an abortion clinic, someone at your college, in the square or wherever, free speech corner, what have you, yelling and screaming about everyone going to hell and everyone being sinners. Or especially here on YouTube, right? All these jokers that think they know about science and they find themselves to be, or they think themselves to be these educated guys that can just turn everything over on its head, turn all science over on its head. They have all the answers. They know God speaks to them. Put all that shit aside for a second. You ever thought about why they believe what they believe? Not the reason why they're the theists, but up here, in their head. And that's what I'm going to talk about right now.
I'm only happy when it rains. I'm only happy when it's complicated.
Okay, so there's one thing that I've noticed dealing with theists, whether it's on YouTube or whether it's in real life, and that is a need to feel special. Now, this could be not shocking to some people. So when you ask a theist why they believe in God or gods, they'll give you any one of a number of reasons, right? I was an atheist, and then I prayed, and it came true, and now I believe, or I was raised that way, or whatever. Oh, that's fucking bullshit. The one thing that I've noticed amongst all theists is a need to feel loved and to feel special. And that is a common human trait among all humans, right? I spent a little time in college. I may have taken a psych course or two. You know, human beings, being social creatures, have a need to feel loved and accepted. That's why we form relationships with people. That's why we have friends with people. That's why we, go out on dates and get married, and, we have social groups and communities and stuff like that. Humans, being a social species, have a need to feel loved and accepted. So why turn to a make-believe being, essentially? Well, it's kind of like, the old stereotype of, the stripper, she must have daddy issues. It's kind of like that, It's almost like these theists have this need to feel loved all the time. But why? They often say, well, atheists, you have a hole in your life you need to fill with Jesus. But what need do you have that you have to make up a being that loves you and takes care of you and looks out for you all the time? It's like, it's the ultimate daddy issue. Think about this. They even call him the father. It's the ultimate daddy issue. Love me, daddy. It's a need to feel wanted. And maybe you didn't have much luck, with boyfriends or girlfriends growing up. Maybe your dad or mom wasn't around. Maybe they got divorced. Maybe you never fit in school. Maybe you were bullied. Any one of a number of reasons. But why? And the attitude is staggering. Because it's kind of like, especially if you speak to some of these like really whacked out religious nut jobs here on YouTube, it almost sounds like they're getting into a nightclub and they're in the VIP line and all the non-believers are standing in the long line waiting to get in and they'll never get in. But the cool kids get to go in because they believe. And they get to walk in and thumb their noses like, oh, well, if you were with us in the VIP line, you can certainly get in. But because you're not, you get to wait out there. What is this need to want to have this guardian, this parent over you all the time? I mean, it blows my mind. And another thing, they even have special names. The elect. You know what I mean? We're all God's children. When we get raptured away, we're going to the special place. What is this? Why do you need to have that in your life? I mean, and I'm not talking about the stupid reasons. I'm not talking about, well, I need him because he's real, because he's there, because he created us. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about psychologically. Is that necessary? Is God necessary? Can't you find acceptance and love in the here and the now? And if you can't you be mature enough to take a good look at yourself and do some little bit of soul searching, some quote unquote self-reflection? Maybe it's something you're doing. See, I don't buy into all the other stuff. I really don't. At the root of it, I, on some level, believe it's some sort of fear of being alone, fear of dying, fear of not being accepted and loved. So if you believe in God, you can go to any one of your denominations and suddenly, voila, you're in a group, you're in a community. There are other ways of doing these things. And as you grow up and as you grow older, hopefully you would figure out how to interact, at least a little bit, with society and be a productive member of said society. So please, take a long, hard look in the mirror. I mean, ask yourself, why the need for the eternal parent? Why the need to be constantly watched and be told what to do? Is it really worth it? I'll catch you later. Bye.